I can't believe I haven't shared this framework with you yet. This one simple framework has literally changed the way I think about stress and worry in my life, and you need to apply this right now. Super simple. Let's go. So as you can see, this is a very different setting to the one we normally are in. In the last few minutes, I have come to realize something major, and this is going to be something I had to share right now. So I'm filming this right in front of Santa Monica Pier, where everybody's walking around me, and I'm in the middle of a nice park. And I'll put up a picture of what I can see as my view right here. But this realization will massively help you to kind of realize what you're doing wrong with your time, just like I have as well. As I was finishing my bubble tea here, I came to realize that in the last few months, I've been using my time very differently to how I thought I would have. I created this video over here about how to plan your year ahead and not to set New Year's resolutions, and I've been following that. Not necessarily to a T, but I've still been following that plan. Now, as it's coming to the end of the first quarter, it's time to reflect. And apparently it took me about 3,500 miles plus, or whatever it is, I'll put a number right here, to get into California, to sit in front of Santa Monica Pier, to realize that reflection point, and to figure out exactly what it is that I've been doing in my life. So if you're in that situation where you need to figure out whether you are really doing what you set out to do or not, then you're going to find this helpful. Over the last few months, I've really been reevaluating my life as a whole as to where I'm living, what I'm able to do, and the amount of access that I have to build the business or build myself as a person and to really become the main character, to control the situations that happen to me. I realized that there are some tools in my arsenal that I haven't really been using. One of the things that Bruce Lee talks about all the time is to know and not to apply is the same as not to know. So if I haven't been applying the tools that I had at my disposal, do I really know them? One of the tools that I always used before was this thing I called the sphere of control. The whole point of the sphere of control is to realize that there are some things that are within our control and there are some things that are just outside of our control, and there's nothing we can do about it. And over the last few months, I have really been focusing on everything, but forgot this entire framework, and therefore I was actually using my time to think about absolutely everything around me, whether it be things that I can control or things that I can't control as well. That was a really big waste of my time because that really stressed me out and caused a lot of anxiety in my life that didn't need to be there. Another thing to keep in mind is when things aren't going our way, we tend to blame everything and everyone around us. I was blaming the place I lived in, how far everything was, the access, the transport. I was blaming everything else. But the real thing to keep in mind is we are where we are because of the choices that we've made. So we've got to take responsibility for our actions. And ultimately, if we realize that we got ourselves here, then we can also get ourselves out. So instead of it being a stressful thought, it should be a relieving thought to know that we are ultimately in control of what we need to do. So catch yourself and think, am I blaming everyone and everything else around me for the situation that I'm in? Or am I actually taking control to say I'm stressed or I'm worried because of where I am right now or what I have done so far? And this is going to bring me to a framework that I used to use in my life all the time to determine what I need to be stressed about or what I need to worry about. And that way I was able to keep my life stress-free, or at least, as low as it can be. Firstly, you got to acknowledge when you're stressed or worried, okay? There's no point kind of skirting around it. If you want to know what the signs of stress or burnout or worry are, then let me know in the comments below. I'll definitely make a video about that. The question to ask yourself is, okay, I'm stressed. Can I do something about this? Yes or no? Same, stressed or worried, same thing. If the answer to the question is yes, then figure out what you need to do. Do the thing that you can do, and then again, why worry or why stress? Because you're doing what you need to do to alleviate that stress or worry situation in your life. If the answer to this question is no, then why are you worried? You can't do anything about it anyway. It goes back to the sphere of influence or the sphere of control that I talked about earlier. But the reality is it's easier said than done. So you got to take practice to apply this framework. I used to use it all the time when I was at university, because obviously when you're in university, there's a lot of stresses in your life, right? There's things that you can control, there's things you can't control, grades, the exams to study for, assignments to do, friends to hang out with, movies you got to watch, just so many different things to worry about. So use this framework in your life. Anytime you're stressed, anxious, worried, whatever it might be that you could potentially control, use the framework of what you need to do and actually go and do those things. And as long as you're doing the things you can do, there's really no need to worry. And if there isn't something you can do about it, then chill out, take a breather, It'll be okay. And you best believe I will be looking at inside my sphere of control when I go back and actually start applying the things within the sphere of control to really do what I need to do to bring my stress levels down and my worry levels down as well, and improve everything that I want to improve. Now in this channel, I'm going to be talking a lot about how to become the main character of your life and start controlling the life to build what you need to build and achieve the dreams and goals that you have, while I am doing the same for myself. So I'll be sharing everything that I learned, so make sure to give this a like and subscribe to my channel, because I'm going to be making videos like this every single week. Sometimes, or usually, it's going to be from my home, but hopefully there'll be some more sunny LA sites for you to see. See you later.